Good evening, one way football fans, and welcome back to one fan talk. And today I am joined here with the one and only Edward Nash. Welcome back, Edward. It's been a long time coming.
Remind me who you are again?
Yeah, I tell you, you know what? I keep saying to Ed as well all the time, like for the last couple of months now. Yeah, I'll get back on it.
Yes.
Well, years, yeah. Because I looked at the video that we last did, and it was actually the beginning of last season. We was gonna do a video,
And then
and
nothing. Nothing.
yeah, and then just absolutely nothing. So it's good. It's good to be back. The feelings is I'm building back myself back up the courage to put more video and content back up on there. So it's all good. How have you been, mate? Anyway,
Oh, well, a lot has changed in the last 2 years.
go
I'd
on,
say
give us
one
a little
example.
insight.
All right, well, one thing, I've lost some weight.
Okay, yeah, I can see that on you, mate. You're looking good, looking
Yeah,
fresh.
I've got I started taking the Monjaro drugs and I started on 108
How does that
kilograms.
work? That Monjaro drugs. What does it? What does it do?
Oh, it just regulates your your systems to stops you wanting all the sugary stuff, basically, like all the bad stuff. And it gives your brain more willpower to say, I'm full.
That's mental. Like I don't know. Because you know what, my biggest thing with so I'm a big lad as well, and you know what, the thing that I have my guilty pleasure is in my kitchen. I've got a goodie drawer, so I have like crisps, chocolate, sweets, everything in this drawer. So when I go out shopping, I'll get all these goodies and just have a single drawer in my kitchen
Mm.
for literally just stuff like that. And then I just have this urge, you know, yeah, I think it's more to do with boredom because
Mm.
at the moment I'm
You're just
working from
eating because you're
home.
bored.
Yeah, and then I'm just eating because I'm like, but you know what? I hear so many people do. I think Robbie did that, didn't he? He was doing that thing.
AFTV Robbie. Yeah. No, he's
Yeah, yeah.
not Monjaro. He was doing supplement tablets with Oxford Natural.
Right, okay. And is
Mine
that kind
is
of the same thing, or
no, not really. That what Robbie was doing was more like a natural version of Ozempic. What
right?
I'm doing is a completely different drug.
Wow,
But
okay, all right.
anyway, cut a long story short, I started from 108. That was 6 months ago. I'm now down to 87 last time I checked.
Well done, mate. I mean, they're working. I need to look
Yeah.
into
Well, I
this.
haven't been on them for a while. I've kind of stopped now, but I'm just trying to do the natural stuff now, like going gym, walking stuff.
And you know what? Your sounds a lot better as well. Have you got some new equipment or?
I have a brand new laptop. I finally have a MacBook Pro.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, good. Because it does actually
Yeah,
sound really clear.
what I was on before is a Chromebook, an ASUS Chromebook.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I've got
And
one of them Chromebooks and they're just awful.
well, I
Like
mean,
for workspace, I think they're all right.
it did the job for the time,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
I've upgraded massively. This is all my music stuff as well. I do all my music on here.
Oh, good. Yeah, I've actually seen some of your videos. Pretty good. I actually do like them.
Right. Anyway, we're not here for music. We're not here for weight loss. We're here for Arsenal.
You want to get straight into it? All right, then, mate. Look, listen, we're going to be talking about Arsenal's season and how well you think they did. There's a couple of other points that I want to bring up as well, and how other teams, certain teams, think they've had a better season than us. And just to kick it off, what did we fall short of in the league, such as coming second and again not having that power to surpass Liverpool?
Where we fell short, I think it's very obvious. We didn't sign a striker in either January or the summer last year.
Yeah,
That was the major thing because you look at the other teams, you look at Liverpool, you look at Newcastle, you look at Manchester City, you look at Tottenham. They've all got a striker in the team. Like we don't have a striker. I know Kai Havertz plays there, but that's more of a centre forward board. But he's not an out and out striker. And then obviously Gabriel Jesus, brilliant season, but then injury, like another injury. So the lack of striker is the lack of attack. Put it this way: when we were under Unai Emery, we had a very shit defense and a very excellent attack. But now under Arteta, we have a really good defense but a very mediocre attack. And
yeah,
that lack of striker is the key to that. Like if Arsenal are serious about winning trophies, we need to sign a striker. So either for me, either Gyökeres or Sesko. But if I could pick one of those two, I'd pick Sesko personally.
And why would you pick Sesko?
Well, he's much younger. He's got. I think he's in his prime at the minute. He will. I think he can suit to the league. I think he can suit the style. I think Gyökeres, great player. I just feel it's the age factor that's getting me. I think it's me us signing all the young players. I think I'm getting used to that. I mean, you can say Gyökeres and prove me wrong, but right now at this present moment in time, I think Sesko would be better suited to the Arsenal system. However, I'm more than happy to be proven wrong on that.
Yeah, I think if my personal thought on it is, I think Jesus is he's too injury prone at the moment. He's
That's what I just said.
Yeah, like I said, yeah, like you said. And the simple fact is that we don't have enough striking force in the team. Havertz is good, but is he the striker that a backup striker that we need?
Well, as I said,
Why do we not go for both of them? Why don't we get Gyökeres and Sesko? I know they're both going to be like it's a hard one because then you've got that one's going to be benched than the other one. Do you know what I mean? It's you've got to kind of level it out, but then you always need a backup. Look
mhm.
at City. They do exactly the same thing.
Right. As I said earlier, Havertz is not a striker. He's not an out and out striker. Like he's more of a centre
But
forward or
that's
right.
who Arteta is going to be using if we get Sesko or Gyökeres as a backup plan.
Right. So I
Unless he puts Havertz in the midfield replacing Jorginho, where he would go. Then he's going to get benched.
really I think Zubimendi's gonna go in that bit because we've already got Zubimendi. So
Yeah,
it's gonna be the midfield next year is gonna be Odegaard, Rice, and Zubimendi.
yeah.
I mean,
But
Havertz
then
can
and
play
Thomas
there.
Partey, all about Partey though.
I'm hoping he signed a new contract, but there's also that part of me like, yeah, you know what? You've done your service, like thanks for everything, but maybe it's time to move on. Like, if Partey stays, I'm cool with it because you know me, I love Thomas Partey, and
Yeah,
if I'm correct, he hasn't been injured for the past 2 seasons. He hasn't had any major injuries. Like he hasn't been injured all season, so give him credit for that. So I would say, yeah, one more year. However, if we got a good offer for him, like say 30, 40 mil from Saudi team or any of the other teams abroad in Europe, then I'll say, all right, cool, I'll take that. Like because we've replaced him with Zubimendi now, basically. And
yeah.
it's not a bit disrespectful to Partey. I love Partey. So this is more one of those thank you for your service. If you want to move on, I'm not gonna hold it against you.
Yeah, I can't see him moving on though at the moment. He's um he's he's too set at home at Arsenal at the moment. And it's going to take a big club to take him away from here. I can't see him going to like an Everton or something like that.
No,
Not
no, no,
saying
no.
that Everton aren't a big club, but
He won't go to a Premier League club, I don't think. I think he'll go Saudi Arabia or
yeah,
somewhere in Europe.
yeah, yeah.
Or he could return to Atletico Madrid. You never know.
Because I was just like I done a video just a bit moment ago, and I was talking about the injuries that Arsenal have had, and but every team gets injuries, so we can't keep saying it's about injuries. But then what
Well,
else?
I'd say injuries is a part of the issue. That's a part of the issue. Like there's multiple issues here. That's just one of them.
And the fact that we didn't buy in January, and
Or the summer. We bought in summer,
or
but we didn't buy the right player.
yeah, who did we buy again?
In the summer, we bought Calafiori and
Calafiori,
Marino
yeah, yeah,
and there was one other there.
yeah. This is what I mean. So far, with Arteta's like transfer windows, we've had to see is him buying defensive players. We haven't really seen him like go out and buy a good, strong attacking player.
Kai Havertz is one.
Yeah, but then again,
Also,
it's not.
Marino did play that role when Havertz got injured. So I would say
Yeah, no, but
Marino as
he
well.
doesn't play in that role. Like even himself said, "I'd love to be a striker someday."
Mm,
He's not a striker. He's a defensive midfielder, the
mm.
same as Rice. Rice is a defensive midfielder. He's a holding midfielder. It's you know, we don't. I want like I want to see a player come in and we just be like, oh my God, yeah, wow, he's the attacking force that we need to link up with Martinelli and the likes of Saka and that. We haven't
Exactly. That's
seen
what
that
I'm
yet.
saying.
We
You
haven't
get
actually.
Yeah, if you get that, if you sign a striker this summer, then I will say definitely we've got a good attack and we'll go and win the trophies. But right now, at this present moment in time, you've not signed a striker, so I've got no confidence in the trophy bit right now. Sign that striker, right? Sign that striker, sign that Gyökeres, sign that Sesko, or one or the other. I will firmly say we will win a trophy next season.
Yeah, I would like to say that we're going to win a trophy next season. I can't be dealing with another you know
No,
trophyless
like
season and come in second again because it's becoming really frustrating and boring right now. And as much as when before Arteta joined and we were complaining about being seventh and eighth and everything, we were up there now,
and fourth.
but now we've got to the point where we're that's all as far it has Arteta just got as far as we can take us.
Well, look, I no, he ain't getting. I know he's not getting sacked anytime soon. I think this board have got too much faith in him. And then you got the other Arsenal fans who just never get off the Arteta train. Listen,
Yeah,
I've been saying all year, like this season is his make or break. If he don't win us anything this season, he's got to go.
yeah. I can you remember when I think it was Arteta's second season and there was a lot of Arteta outs then. And yeah, and now he's brought us to second. It's like okay, so he's bringing us back into Champions League football. He's taken us from within the 3 seasons of being in Champions League. He's taken us to a semi-final, quarter-final, then semi-final straight after. And I don't, and then so then we keep hitting that brick wall. We keep hitting that brick wall of okay, next season he'll do better. Next season, I mean, you got the only better bit that you can do within from a semi-final is get to a final. So
Exactly.
he's really got it on his shoulders right now.
He is up against the wall. Like I wouldn't put all the blame on him. Like the main people I really like focus all the blame on is the owners, the Cronkies. Because
Yeah,
they're the ones who run the club. Like Josh Kroenke, 2019, he said, "Be excited." Now, if he meant be excited in the sense of I'm going to take you to the brink of winning, but we're not going to cross the line, then why would I be excited about that?
mm,
So
mm,
really, you need to. Everything goes back to them essentially. Like
yeah,
because they've got the money. They're the ones that I'll take can recommend the players, and they can say either yes or no. And
yeah,
I think most of the time they say no.
yeah, yeah. It's that's what brings me to the next question is what happened in January then? Why didn't he buy in January? Did they refuse him the funds to go out and buy in January, or did he think that he could win the league? Was he that stubborn to think that he could win the league without a striker, and he wanted to be that? Oh, look, no one else has achieved it without a striker. I have.
I think there's a part in that, but also there's also a matter of what if the other club don't want to sell the player?
Yeah,
Like obviously January, that's a hard window to sign the players in because you're still in the season, you're still fighting for stuff. So Nico Williams or Gyökeres or Ollie Watkins, they were still playing for stuff. So I can understand the club not wanting to sell them. It's just I don't want at least get a loan in. Like it could you could loan in who was at Chelsea and Wolves uh what's his name Costa, Diego Costa, like loan him in at least, like I would take him at this point for as a loan just so we can have that attacker. It's just but he didn't, and that's I'm just baffled about that.
and what was the expectations that we thought that um about Sterling coming in because he's just had an absolute shocker of a season. He's been absolutely dreadful at Arsenal.
Yeah, listen, it wasn't my first choice. I would have wanted Nico Williams. However, we were down a man. He was willing to help. I was willing to take it. I didn't. Now, I did not know at that time that he was going to be as bad as he has been. I just figured, okay, he's won the league. He's won it at City. He won the Champions League at Chelsea, if I'm correct, or am I wrong on that? Did he win the Champions League at Chelsea?
I'm not sure. I think he did. Yeah, yeah,
All right. Well, someone correct. Well, I'm sure a Chelsea fan will correct me on that. Please do if I'm
yeah,
wrong.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Comment
Um,
below.
but I was thinking, all right, fair enough. He can come in for Saka if he's injured. But
Yeah,
obviously, I didn't know at the time he was gonna be as bad as he was.
yeah. He just
So
did. So my missus went to the City game for De Bruyne's like farewell, and Sterling was there.
really,
He came on the pitch. He grabbed the microphone to say a couple of words because obviously he's like best mates with De Bruyne or something like that. But this is how much of a titty and a turnip he actually is. He walked onto the pitch with an Arsenal top on. I was surprised that whole City ground just didn't boo him. Like, what in someone's great mind do you think you're gonna go and give someone a farewell? But I'm gonna wear your rival's top on that I'm playing for at the moment. I don't get it. The guy's a bit tapped up there. I think. I think he's just lost the plot a little bit. Sterling. He's not what he used to be. The pedigree isn't there anymore, and it wouldn't surprise me very very soon we don't see him hang up his boots.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. I think he is. I think he's past his prime now.
Yeah, he's totally gone, and I'm just sick and tired now of we've had two players that have come in, Jorginho and Havertz, that have played well, and when we've got these players in, I was thinking, oh no, not more Chelsea rejects. This is, I can just like have flashbacks of David Luiz and that. It's
David Luiz was not that bad.
oh, he was bad. He was bad. He
Look,
was bad.
I'd rather have David Luiz in my team than just goddamn Mustafi. Let's put it that way. I'd rather have David Luiz over Rob Holding.
Nah, 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 nah. I'm not having that. I'm not having that, mate. Rob Holding, he was a lot better.
No, Rob Holding is the worst defender I've ever seen in my life.
Nah, he had a good spell at Arsenal. I think he
No, he
did.
didn't. No, he did not. No, he did not. He
You
cost
know,
us.
if you,
He cost us Champions League football. He cost us the league twice. And like, how you people still back this guy? I don't know.
yeah, but then you look at David Luiz. What did he do at Arsenal? What did he actually do? He was shocking. He wasn't a player. He was at Chelsea. He was a reject. He was a Chelsea reject, and I was quite glad to see the back of him. But look, anyway, that's the past. Okay, we're moving on. We've probably got one of the best defenses in the league at the moment, which I'm over the moon about. It's just again injuries come back to haunt us. With Gabriel when he got injured, I was so devastated and upset for him. It was a massive shock to us. Come to that
Well,
part of the season.
the injured players now, they've got a whole summer to recover. So Timber and Gabriel, they'll be back for next season. So
Yeah, but I'm saying at the time when they
yeah,
got injured was probably the time that we needed them the most.
yeah. Well, Gabriel especially.
Yeah. Um, maybe the Champions League might have been a bit different if Gabriel was still in that side against PSG, but we'll never
Yeah, but
know.
we also said that. I've also said that about Vieira in the Champions League final
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
because we're like Vieira when it was 2006 because we saw Vieira that year. But I think I said if he was in that team, I think we would have won it. So it's there's no guarantee there. But
Yeah. Yeah.
because
Yeah.
PSG, I know I was confident. I was a bit maybe in hindsight I was a bit overly confident against PSG, but we gotta remember we did beat them 2-0 before that semi-final. So
Mm.
there was a fair bit of me being a bit confident, but obviously they humbled us and you gotta hold your hands up and say fair play.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. I'm going to get over to our thoughts on another side of North London that have been in party mode as of late because they went out and won the Europa League. And my question to you is now, Ed, right? That's going to be it's the talk of the town at the moment. Did Tottenham have a better season than Arsenal?
I know Johnny and Richard are gonna be watching this, so right. I would say, I would say it's very, it's very. This is a bit of a pill to swallow. You're looking on it. I know it's a European trophy, and but they still finished 17th. They still lost 22 league games. Like they could have easily been relegated if the other teams weren't as bad as they have been. So it's a tough one. I know we didn't win anything. However, we did finish second again. Ole ole. Um, and I would rather finish second with no trophies than 17th with 22 losses and uh European trophy. I'd rather have that, to be honest with you.
So you'd rather have the European trophy and finish 17th?
No, no, no. Second over no trophy. No, second, no trophy. 17, 22 losses, no trophies. With trophy. Like, because being 17th, like, it's it really baffles me. Like, I don't think I've seen Tottenham being that bad in my life. Like, the lowest they finished in my lifetime is 14th.
Yeah,
It's a
it's a
tough,
hard
it's
one.
a
It's a hard one to come across because of the season that they have had. And I am, I'm in two mindsets at the moment. I spoke to Johnny the other day, well, yesterday, sorry, asking him if he would come on, but he's obviously still partying and he's at the ground and like giving their respects, you have to because 17 years is a long time for a big club not to win a trophy. Um, United have won what, three cups now? Within when Ten Hag was there, what was it? Two cups, Carabao,
two
uh,
trophies, two trophies.
two trophies.
Yeah.
And the position that they were in, they were still rubbish as well. Um, so I think Tottenham were the only side in them 17 years not to win a trophy. So obviously they are going to parade around like they've won the World Cup. It's one of them things,
Well,
isn't it?
they
I
would,
can't.
I said any trophy they win, they would treat it like the World Cup.
Yeah, I mean, look, if we look at Newcastle, 70 years they ain't won a trophy. And then they go and win the Carabao Cup, and they literally hold. I don't know if there was talks about them holding a concert and that. But I know they did the open bus parade. So and that's the Carabao Cup. So when you don't win a trophy that long, is the question is it acceptable to go over the top, or do
I
we
guess we'll, I
do
guess
we
we'll
look
find
down on
out if
it to
we.
the fact that all right, you've won your part. But then again, it's the Europa League, so it is the second tier, the second best tier of in Europe. So if we was in that position, if Arsenal were in that position and we won the Europa League, we would probably have an open bus parade, wouldn't we?
Well, because that'll be our only trophy we've won.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm
Like that.
saying. So is it
Yeah.
acceptable? But because no, what I'm saying is, the way that United went about it is they came out of a statement and said, look, we're not going to do the parade thing and that we're going to have like a little barbecue and stuff and a look around the stadium, just have like a little event, that kind of thing.
Mm.
It's not going to be like a big flash, yeah, and all this and and confetti and da da da, and they were just going to have like a thank you like thing, for the season and here you go, the trophy. I think they were going to downplay the trophy more than the league. Because where what's at some point you have to stop and go, hang on a minute, we are rubbish, we're shit.
It will. I honestly don't know. It's just a mad world we live in.
Well, yeah, but it's we like what I'm saying is the simple fact that they don't they're going around and basically they've at the end of the season is now in the past, so they can forget about it. They only had one more game to go anyway, so it didn't really matter. But I still think they are going to struggle next season. You know what? I've said to a lot of Tottenham fans, okay, have your little thing now, have your party now, but be careful where you lie at the moment because once you get into that Champions League, I think it's going to be a different story. It's going to be a
Oh,
completely different
very much so.
story.
You're gonna be playing with like Real Madrid, PSG,
No, but
Bayern
they
Munich.
have done that before. But I'm saying that the standards that they are at the moment. and the league that they were in the Europa League, they have to realize that that Europa League isn't the same Europa League it was before the new format came in. You
Mm.
don't have teams dropping down into that league from the Champions League. There's no real challenge. In the semi-final, they beat some Wi-Fi code to get to the final. Like,
Product Glenn,
uh,
we played them.
yeah, we played them as well, but their population in that town is 55,000. That's three-thirds of their actual stadium. Like, we have I just like talking in riddles here, or have I just thinking that this is all just completely and utterly insane?
I
I
would,
know, like, going to come on in and go, yeah, you have to beat them and you have to do this and that. Compare what we did to what they did is totally two different things.
hmm, I think, yeah, I think I'll just say, enjoy your moment. You might have your day in the sun, but the sun goes down eventually.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
It's this is why I would have loved Johnny to be on here today because I wanted to have this debate and talk to him about it. But it will come. We'll have this talk about Tottenham and
It,
that. Um, but
well,
so
when's the next off? Well, the next North London derby is going to be in Hong Kong, so we can have it
I thought
then.
it was Hong Kong. One of the things I didn't know if it was Tokyo or Hong Kong, but
It is Hong
yeah,
Kong.
that's going to be a it's going to be an exciting one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Never seen Arsenal get bantered in Asia before. About being champions of Europe.
No, I haven't seen that yet.
So the answer to that question is: have Tottenham had a better season than Arsenal? What's your final answer on that?
Um, I'll say, I'll say, I just don't want to. I just don't want to. I don't want to give Tottenham any. I don't want to do it. It's. Oh God. All right. Let me look on this again. We finished second again. We've not won anything.
You know when you get one of
They've
them,
finished
you know when you
13th.
get a Rubik's cube, just trying to solve it out, but
I'm
you
trying to
can't
work it
solve
out
it.
in my brain.
Yeah,
I'm
you try
trying
to
to my
work
brain.
it out, color goes where, and you just.
Yeah.
Or
Um.
I recently went to one of them, them cavemen shops, with all the gadgets and that for men and that. Like you got your
Oh
beer
yeah.
making things and stuff, and
Yeah.
then I went in there and I was like, when I was going to back to Gran Canaria for just like see everyone. I found this little like it's a mechanism and it's like a prison thing. You've got to try and pull out the like certain slots to release the prisoners in. It's like a little box like this, and I could not work it out. Can't like,
Right.
and that's what I at the moment how I feel with this question because I can't work it out.
All right. Then we put. All right. I'll be able to compromise. You won. Your men's won your Europa League. Our women won the Champions League. So I'll say win-win.
Like, it's you know what? As much as I love the fact that we have women's
As long as you got
football, and
Arsenal,
I'm not
as long as you got Arsenal in front of your name, I don't care what you win.
because I
So
feel yeah,
that's the
I feel like as well that as Arsenal fans, we're starting to milk it a little bit with this whole women Champions League thing because it's a totally different pace of game to the men's. Do you know what I mean? We can't compare the two at the moment.
I don't
Do
know.
you
I
know what
think we're
they
gonna
should
have
do? They should bring out a mixed gender football league.
yeah equality. I will go. I'd support that.
Do you know what I mean? They should bring like let's just see that happen, and then the best players from our Arsenal squad from women's and the best players for our men's will go into a league and we'll play Tottenham's best men and women together. And
I don't know how that would work with the seasons, but you never know.
no, you see, it
Anyway,
never
I'll
work.
just answer the question. I'll just answer the question. I'll just say it right there. No.
No, all right, okay then.
I'm just gonna say no.
So
I'm
no,
just saying no. That's all you're getting from me.
no.
I've
Just
been dodging bullets long enough. I'm just gonna say no.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So look, just before we end this video, anyway, I want to just ask you as well. Where are Arsenal going to finish next season, and what trophy do you think that Arteta can achieve?
Don't sign a striker. Second again, no trophies. Sign a striker. Second again, F FA Cup and Champions League.
So we're going for second again, yeah,
Yeah, I think Liverpool's too good. I think that they've got the squad. Like look at all the players they're probably going to sign like Wirtz and
yeah,
Gravenberch. So yeah, I'm not gonna piss around the bush. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Like it's gonna be a long time before we say we're gonna win it again. So I'm not gonna be around the bush on that. I'm just gonna say yeah, Liverpool winning next year. We'll finish second, but sign a striker. We'll win at least FA Cup. That's what I'll
FA
say.
Cup.
Sign
So
that
no
striker. We'll win
Champions
at
League
least.
for us next season.
It could do. However, you just need there's all the other teams you got to consider. Like we didn't think PSG would go through. Because when we beat Real Madrid, we were the favourites to win it. So you know what football's like. It's just tough sport. I want to win Champions League. That's the only trophy I haven't got yet. I it's just a very hard job to do, as we know,
Yeah, yeah,
especially
yeah,
with this new format.
yeah. And one more thing before we finish this video. Are Arsenal going to do the double again on Tottenham next season?
Um, well, well, no matter how many
You're
trophies
taking
you win,
too long in
Tottenham.
this question. Ed, you're
All right,
taking too long.
all right, all right. Yes, double over Tottenham again.
Yes, come on, you guys.
That
Uh,
because you didn't let me say what I was going to say. I was going to say no matter how many trophies they win, Tottenham will still be shit. That's
well,
what I was
on
going to
that
say
note,
before I
mate. On
answered.
that note, thank you for joining me, mate. It's been an absolute pleasure to
No
have you
problem.
back on
Glad
the
to be
show.
back. Glad to be back. Do
And
not disappear on me again.
no, no, I'm not doing any more moving. I'm staying put now. I'm here in England.
All right, because I
Maybe
don't
like,
want to end this video and then you're going to be like, oh, I'm moving to LA.
yeah. Could you imagine having another 3 more years just moving?
Exactly.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ed. Thank you for coming on, and we'll see you next week. We'll get you back on next week with Johnny, so we can have a proper debate with him on.
Oh,
And
that's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be
yeah, yeah, it's gonna be good.
it'll
I
be
think he'll go all in on that one. So you just be ready, get your guns ready. Um, that's it. That's it, mate. There you go. Show 'em off. Show 'em off.
all right. Later, man. Peace.
Right, take care. Thank you very much, mate.
All
See you
right.
later. So that was Edward Nash on his intake on 101 Fan Talk, One Way Football. Thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and drop us a like and comment below what you think and you think Arsenal season went. From me, thank you very much and good night.